Yo, what's up? It's Lockdown here. Today I'm going to show you a quick run through on my new release, California Dreaming. It's just come out on Distinct Records. Remember to drop a comment and subscribe so you don't miss anything. There are heaps of channels in this track, so hopefully we can get through without any dramas, but I'm going to show you as much as I can. So let's get stuck into it. I'm just going to go down each channel. I've cleaned this project up quite a bit. So start with the kick bar. So I'll go over drop 1 kick and drop 2 kick, and I'll just move down the whole project, and that way we can sort of cover everything we need to. Put a little punchy top kick and a little chunky bass. So together, drop 2 has quite a different sound. So it's got the same old punchy top kick, and it's got this real hard, crunchy shit. So it's actually, that top kick's laid with a thicker, clubby kick. And I've got 3 layers that makes up the hardstyle sound for that kick. Probably not perfect, but it works in the track, which is fine. So what I've used for this is, I've used Nexus for this layer. I've used Nimble Kick. If you haven't got Nimble Kick, it's awesome. You can throw any sample you want to do in there. So I've thrown a Dr. Funk hardstyle kick in here, and it actually pitches these kicks quite well. And there's a lot of variations to play with. Quite a good plugin. I've also got another Nimble Kick layer. So I've got this little reverse here. One of my favorite parts. I love screeches. Through the first drop, we've just got like an ambient, like reverse of a screech. Just kind of delivers a bit of energy. So it's just a reverb tail that's reversed. There's a bit of auto pan on there just to separate it. And then it breaks into, so screech samples, cut up, screech layers from Serum, another one, which is the main element you hear in that. Then underneath I've actually got these little things. So I've kind of done, in a sense, a bit of a call and response with the screeches. So the main layer is doing its thing, and then I've got these little ones sort of talking back. So all together. So it works out pretty cool. We'll go straight into the lead. It's quite a lot. So I'll go through each layer as much as I can. I'll just play it all together first. So I've frozen all these channels just to save some CPU for this because it was having a shit time. So I'll just go through them individually. We've got a top lead, another layer. We've got a third layer that comes in the build. And you can actually hear that sort of come up later on in the track in the last drop too. Through into the break, we've got these little bits. So these are meant to be the counter melodies, like the counter melody of the vocal. Obviously the main melody's following the vocal, and that's following the little counter melodies, so little echoes of the vocal. So together. That works quite well. Underneath all that, we've got some chords. I mean, they're pretty standard, it's following the layer but making chords out of them. Got this following every note of the main melody as a support, just to give it a bit more punch. A couple claps getting around. We've got a bass that follows the melody. So that one acts as a support as well as the clap. So it's kind of supporting that low frequency range as well. And then we've also got another bass underneath all of that. Bit more of a racy bass, but I've cut the lows down here. All works together. I mean, you could go without having the low support layer, but when they all play together, it makes a bit more sense. So not only is that clap providing some punch with the top end, but that little lower sort of support kind of does the same for the lower end as well. Got the classic lead reverses, transitions nicely. We've got some standard drums, classic builds. Riser. The drums in this track are pretty standard. Couple snares, couple claps. We've got this little stray drum over here. That works in this drop 1. To progress the drop a bit more, got some rides coming in towards the end. Got some drop effects. These things are pretty good because just breaks it up, so it's not just a big bass and a synth. You got some extra little elements that are coming in too. Like that. We've got the brake. Bit more of a plucky, this one. Some more strings. Added them because I thought it was something different. Thought it tied in a bit more, which is cool. Classic tiptoe bass line. And together with the brake pads. Another Reese. Under this as well, we've got this pluck, a bit more of like another kind of counter melody, slow up sort of thing, whatever you want to call it really. And it just works quite well with everything included. Then you can start bringing the lead in. We've got some white noise for the drop 2 to make it large. If you're not doing this already, add it in, because it's so small, it's so simple, just pumps up those higher frequencies, especially if it's lacking, if it's not in the first drop and then it comes in the second drop. The drop can be the same, but if this thing is in it, it just makes it sound massive. This wasn't actually even meant to make the track when we sent the demo out. I just thought I'll just do like the old intro and see if I can make it work. And yeah, it's made the radio edit. That consists of 2 guitars. An older sounding one. And I've put a vinyl crackle underneath it just to give that old feel. Then we've got some standard effects. Love the crowd noise. Crowd noise always works. If you can get your effects right, it actually does create a lot more character and it gives it a lot more life. Listen to this little intro without the effects. Sounds good, but when you add these little things, it makes a bit of a difference. So go into the vocals. So now when the vocal comes in, it makes more sense than what I was saying before, how the lead follows. It's like that counter. Overall, it was quite a fun track to make. If you've got any questions, put them below and I'll answer them as best as I can. If you need any more in-depth stuff, hit me up. Happy to answer some questions. That's pretty much it. The link of this record will be posted below, so make sure you go and check that one out. And thanks for sticking around. Hopefully I've shown you something that you can put into your own tracks. Don't forget to click that thumbs up and the bell so then that way you can see and be notified when new videos are dropping. Once again, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.